is wealth and is not to be hidden. Do you need to see or hear from a medical doctor about your health status? Glare Eagles Medical Healthcare Services Limited is here to serve you better. Contact the medical director at number 7 Ojuolobo Close, Victoria Island, Lagos. Telephone number 0701 300011 or 0709 8123 or you can check on their website on glareeaglesng.com or email at thejaba@glareeaglesng.com. Redefining medicals and healthcare services for all. It is lived, but on the value it bequeaths. Today is the World International Women's Day, and we have here a great icon in the women industry doing great. A young grandmother, none other person than Dr. Barrister Ngozi Ekeoma. Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure having you.
Pleasure is mine as well. You've added doctor inside my raising children, having to manage both the home front and the business front, striking the balance has been one of the challenges every woman faces. And then the most, I should have said that the first, is the fact that in this society, everybody believes that because you're a woman, there are things that you shouldn't do. There are industries you shouldn't play, you shouldn't play on. And there are heights that you cannot reach. So generally the way women are treated, especially in the African setting, there are ways that women are treated. So that plays out even in the business, place as well. So those are the challenges that I think not just me, but every other, most women face in this part of the world. Yes. I always tell people that you have to prioritize everything. Thank God for remote working now, where people can actually now work remotely. In our own time, you have to work in certain places and be certain places at a certain time. But I know that a lot of those things are easy enough with people now, advocating for people can now work from home and remote working, especially with the COVID that happened and social distancing. Remote working is being encouraged all over the world. You have to know exactly what you want. You know that your God-given role as a woman is to raise good children, because when we raise good children, we are we are contributing to the betterment of the society. So if my child is well raised, other children are well raised, so you have a better society. But where children are not well, raised, you find out that what you see is chaos and all that. Look at these Amajiri children. There's no love, there's no care. So you can't expect what you did not put into a child. And this is the reason why the society today is suffering. Kidnapping, this one, that one. It's a gang kidnapping thing that is going on now. And this is the reason why we have, because those children were not even catered for. They just give back to them and then give them up. I'm sure you know all the story. So for me, I kind of prioritize the things that were of value to me. So raising my children was a priority. In fact, anything that has to do with my child was a red flag. I drop everything and face that. That has to be taken care of. So because that was how I modeled my life, my children come first. They know they come first. As in, my last child didn't even know that I was doing the serious work until one day he now came home and said, "Mom, my friend asked me which Ekeoma, asked me if I was the son of Mrs. Ekeoma of Nepal." I said yes. They said, "Oh, really? And the way she talked about your company is, Mommy, are you really doing something that serious?" So for my child, so your children, they are your children. So I believe that you must be able to balance it, no matter what that amount of money you're trying to make. When it comes to your children, that is a no-go. For me, it's a no-go area. You have to drop. When my daughter had a baby, I had to drop everything I was going to go stay with her for 7 weeks in the US. And when they came back, I had to also stay with her. And she's had children twice, and each time, and my friends were like, "Are you going to do it?" And my daughter had a child when I was 43 years old, and everybody was like, "You're not going to do it. Are you going to really do this, grandma taking care of?" I said, "I'm going to do it," and I did it. I did it with my long legs. I don't keep long legs anymore with my long legs and high heel shoes, but I did it because when it comes to my children, I don't negotiate.
Health is wealth and is not to be hidden. Do you need to see or hear from a medical doctor about your health status? Glare Eagles Medical Healthcare Services Limited is here to serve you better. Contact the medical director at number 7 Ojuolobo Close, Victoria Island, Lagos. Telephone number 0701 300011 or 0709 8123587. Or you can check on their website on glareeaglesng.com or email at thejaba@glareeaglesng.com. Redefining medicals and healthcare services for all.
Is to continue to mentor. Please persevere. Don't give up and draw the lines. Even if I believe that it is the way people will molest you, people will come to do all kinds of things, but the way you draw the lines will keep people at bay. You have to be able to stand firmly and draw those lines. I know it's difficult because a lot of men just believe that every woman that comes to them is coming to them because she's a woman, so the only thing she has to sell is herself. So it is a misconception, and that is not true. I've met very hard-working women. I've even met women that are the worst are women that are even single mothers. They just think that they are free women. I've seen women that are single mothers that are responsible. They're focusing on their job. For some reason or the other, their relationship did not work, and they didn't choose to be single mothers, but it just happened to them. Life just happened. So because our society, I told you, our society is such that they just, a woman to be seen as being successful, you just have to be married. So the first thing you will marry yourself, and you're not going to allow your life to waste just because you're waiting for some man to come marry you. You have to, you have God given purpose in life. God has given you things to do, and you just fold your hands. You're waiting for one man to come and marry you before you can do that. The answer is no. You have to keep on working and doing whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. If it is school, put diligence to it. Whatever it is you're doing, continue to do it until everything will fall in place. If for whatever reason that does not happen, and you end up not having a man in your life, or having a child, and not, that does not make you any. It doesn't mean that your life should come to a stop, or people should treat you anyhow or whatever. We have to learn to respect people first of all as human beings. That every single person you meet, whether man or woman, is a human being. Treat them with respect. Treat them with dignity. And then for you as a woman, you have to, like I said, you have to draw the line. You have to carry yourself in such a way that people would know that the lines are drawn. You don't have to be saying, I've drawn the line. It's the way you carry yourself that everybody coming around you will know that the lines. People come to me to come and talk to me. And in my antenna just, flags that, okay, I know what this person wants to talk about. And I just put up a face. And I just, I wanted to just come and greet you, and the conversation changes. You have to be able to draw those lines. Yes. For your sanity, yes, you have to draw the lines. What makes you a woman is your sex. If you're a female gender, you're a female gender. If you're a male gender, you're a male gender. So it's not ability to bear. Except you're saying what makes you a mother? Is it your ability to bear your own children? And my answer is no. What makes you a mother is your ability to raise children, whether they're your children or not. Your ability to raise children everywhere you are. Your ability to mentor the young ones everywhere you are. People adopt children these days. They are not biological. People even choose not to have their own children. I know a couple that say, look, why are we having children? There's so many abandoned children. We just go adopt them and that's it. So what makes you a mother, if that is the question, is your ability to raise children, to be a mother to every single, in those days when we were growing up, a single mother is a mother of everybody. Whether it's your mother, it's not your mother. You're doing something, you see Mama Nkechi, you run. Because you know that if she catches you there, she's going to beat the living daylights out of you. These days, it's not happening anymore. And I'm calling on everyone to know that, it is in our best interest that we all, if it's my grandson, I say it takes a village. So it takes all of us to keep on correcting, to keep on, when you see a child doing the wrong thing, to keep on, and shout out to all the teachers who are already, molding lives. I always say that teachers are the greatest gift that we have. There's no single one of us that turned out right, that, when you dig deep, there's no teacher that really mentored. Okay, from my everybody's experience is different. For me, I am one of those that you say that got married as a teenager. So, and I wanted to go to school. So I had that focus. And everything I was doing was towards just, for, self. I wanted to advance, so I put in my whole best. I didn't have time for frivolities. I didn't have friends. I wasn't going for parties or anything like that. My life became focused at a very, very, very young age. At the age of 22, I already had 3 children. I stopped having children at 24. So that's a whole lot of responsibility. So there was zero time for any. It is now that I'm doing whatever I like, but then there was just no time for me to do that. So I was very focused on time. So how was I able to do that? From there is a mother instinct that is in every child, and you see that when a child is born, if it's a girl, you see that they buy a baby doll and give to the child, and you start taking care of that child. So mostly you find it in women. So for me, how was I able to do it? I was very focused. I was very focused on what I wanted to do. So there were times when I had to carry because I did start off having an office and all that. I started off my buying and selling from offices to house supply and all that. And I put my children in the car to go. So I buy, and I had to, when I come back, I had to make time to sit with them and do homework with them. Every time I was, always scheduling myself so that I don't miss out anything. And then in the night, I had to study. I had to study for myself because I was trying to go back to school. And when I started school, I was studying, I was doing those business, I was taking care of the children. Most people think that it's very difficult. But if you're focused and you're determined that is what you want to do, I'm telling you, you will achieve it. Today, I look back and I ask myself, how was that? Even my husband this morning when we were taking a walk, said, but this is my wife. How were you even able to do all of this thing? Me, I'm only trying to make money for the family, and I couldn't do any other thing but just do that. But look at you were able to. How? I said, I don't know. Maybe the zeal to succeed was what made me very focused. And I'm telling you, when you're focused in anything you put your attention on, I'll give you one example. My second daughter and my third child came back crying one day that she does not understand why she cannot get an A in maths. And all her subjects she gets A's, literature A, English, but that A in maths least she will have C6 and almost an F. Why? I said, because you have not focused on it. If you just put the same interest you have in literature, because anywhere you find my daughter, she's always reading something. I say, if you put the same interest that you have in literature to your maths, you're going to pass it. And she did that, and she made 87 in maths. So you see, whatever you want so badly and you focus on it, you would schedule don't tell me that it's not possible. These children, they are blessing, they're not a curse. The fact that you have kids does not mean that it's supposed to be a burden to you. They are blessed. It's just for you to find a way around this. And over here, we have a lot of support from family also. For me, family also helped me to balance a lot. We had a lot of support. You have, family coming to live with you to help you. If you want to get a nanny, it's not that expensive to get a nanny. So we have all those support. It's just that you have to be extra careful. And with devices such as cameras and all that, you can put that around your home so that when you have time, find time to watch and see what is going on when you're not there, so that you'll be able to correct them. These days, you can actually see from your phone as well. The time you're using to check Instagram, you can use it and check what's going on in your home. Things are now available for these young ones to be able to cope. In our own time, there was nothing available for us to cope, and we coped. So I don't see any reason why anybody that is focused will not be able to cope.
Health is wealth and is not to be hidden. Do you need to see or hear from a medical doctor about your health status? Glare Eagles Medical Healthcare Services Limited is here to serve you better. Contact the medical director at number 7 Ojuolobo Close, Victoria Island, Lagos. Telephone number 0701 300011 or 0709 8123 or you can check on their website on glareeaglesng.com or email at thejaba@glareeaglesng.com. The defining medicals and healthcare services for all.